So our 2011 Scion XD rally car has been highly developed for rallying.
As you can imagine, never meant to be a rally car.
You know, the normal street version is 100 and plus a little bit of horsepower, normally aspirated, but we have a turbocharger, so we're up in the sort of 250, 260 horsepower range, which is fantastic.
Reliable and has durable parts, and we're putting that all to the test.
Well, it's interesting, with a front-wheel drive car, you can't accelerate as quickly as you can with an all-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive car. The great thing about front-wheel drive is that it's pretty idiot-proof handling. And what it means is that getting up to speed is a little more challenging than in some of the other drive lines. So we've now had all these techniques, special engine management techniques from Greddy. We've done a lot with BF Goodrich tires to run the biggest possible tire we can in the front, cut it in a certain way to get the maximum traction. Fooled around with the Tane suspension. We're running very soft front suspension so the wheels can articulate to a great degree to try to hook up. The challenge is if we get in deep mud or a big uphill or something, the four-wheel drive cars have an advantage.
Andrew's a great driver. Normally, he drives flat out.
ACP, he's a fast driver. He used to be an open class car guy, top in his class.
From what we can see, you know, he's driven lots of four-wheel drive cars and front-wheel drive and all sorts of stuff and drifting, and you know, so he's a pretty well experienced guy too.
You know, if we can keep up with him, we know we're doing pretty good.
So a rally team relies not only on a great driver and a co-driver, but you have to have a great crew behind you.
We've got a great crew here. All the guys, Phil is the crew chief, and Gary and all those guys really know the car inside and out. We can rig things up when we need to. When we're in service, though, we kind of hand off to these guys. They're running around that car, working like a well-oiled machine. So try and stay out of their way and get ourselves out of service on time.
So the Oregon Trail Rally begins in the city of Portland. It's a great chance for the spectators to come out, see the cars, meet the drivers, and see us do some crazy stuff out on the stages here. In the two-wheel drive category, it's incredibly competitive, and the most important thing tonight is for us to size up the competition, make sure that we're competitive. We always say you can't win it on these spectator super specials, but you can certainly lose it. The good news is, not only have we not lost it, but we're doing really well, and we think we can win it.
Right over small crest. 50.
So on day 2 of the 2012 Oregon Trail Rally, possibly I was trying to slow down too much because I actually completely wore right through the brake pads. There's no pad left.
We had a brake problem at this event, and Andrew really wanted to hear further out. You know, he was thinking in his head, you know, okay, this is a big straight, but I know there's a turn at the end of it. I need to know how tight it is and where I need to really start braking. And it's not going to be the same place we thought we were going to start braking when we did reconnaissance. It's going to be earlier.
Tightening 4, late line. Slippy maybe begins, and left 5.
So it's actually amazing we did as well as we did, and actually we did extremely well. Today we had, we were leading the two-wheel drive class for most of the day. Only on the last stage did we slip to second.
We had a little bit bad luck in the last stage and a little bit of an off.
If you have an off and you bend a wheel and the alignment's bad and you're driving down the road at speed with the steering wheel crooked to go straight, you know things are kind of hectic. You don't want to be yelling in his ear and adding to the stress of the driver, trying to manage either a broken car or some kind of mechanical issue.
We're going to fix the car tonight, and we'll be back on the road tomorrow morning.
We just have to make sure we get to the finish, because as long as we finish, we will go into the lead in the championship. We We knew that going into the last stage, we were 7.5 seconds down on the 5th place car, which was a 4-wheel drive turbocharged car. By rights, should be a lot faster than us.
And we knew that we were close with them. We didn't really want to have a race with them. We wanted to make sure we finished and got points for the championship.
We knew that if we beat them by more than 7.5 seconds on the last stage, that we'd get into 5th place overall. So we went for it.
Feeding left 6 extra long, 250. Turn left 2 minus. 30. Character change. Into left 4 long, tightens, no cut.
Coming across the finish line, I kept my foot in it, I apex right on the finish board, broke the finish line light beam.
We ended up finishing a second ahead of them, and that was, there's a lot of excitement in the car at that point.
And it's really satisfying when you take a win or take a place or a success like that by such a small margin that you fought that second on every corner that you were out there. That's when you realize you can never lift.
Really wish we could have had an overall 2-wheel drive win here, but it just wasn't in the cards with some of the issues we had.
But ultimately, we did extremely well. We finished 2nd in the 2-wheel drive category and 5th overall, which is a ridiculously good result. And the great news about that is that it puts us into 1st place in the championship. And we're really pleased about that going forward. At this event, this is where the whole year sort of turned, and now it looks very realistic for us to win the championship. Yeah, the problem when a rally comes to an end is that it's sort of, it's like coming back from war, It's like trying to reacclimate to driving on normal roads with normal cars. And there's a bit of a deep sigh of relief that you got to the finish. You didn't roll a car end over end in the woods. You're not trying to extract something from the forest right now. You're not looking at oil all over the road or at some kind of disastrous explosion that, we've left engine parts, in mountains before. I always say any rally that you're able to drive the car on the trailer is a success.